Hello, everyone.
Larry, thank you very much. A steady shower falling right now, and that's going to be the norm throughout this one. We are told rain all over the radar here in Oakland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Oakland Raiders.
Detroit! Set! B-19! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Here we go! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. First down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. No. Check. Patriot, here we go. B-19. Detroit. Over. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. B-19. Leopard. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them up?
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Here we go now.
Mahomes now to throw. Benjamin's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20.
Holding offense.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right around the 31.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Dances by him. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle until...
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They run again with Hunt, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They're going to try and throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. It's a gain of 20 that time. Good enough for an Oakland first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Boom, Detroit.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, gun.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Detroit! Back down in that belly. Here we go. All right, here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Mahomes going to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Open now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. And some room to work. He's to the 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on that run. And while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check, Patrick. Blue 90. Mike, check. Detroit. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Finding room to the 20. Wide open receiver complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Detroit. Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Green 39. Gun.
They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now receiver in motion left. Now back to throw. Shedding through the defense. Being chased out left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tim Williams able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. Green 30. Gun. Detroit. Leopard.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And quickly, they get to the line.
Watch it. Over. Set. Gun. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, no, check. Patriot. All right, now, look at here we go. Here we go. Blue, 90. Leopard. No, check. Patriot. All right, now, look at 56. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Over. Set. Blue, back 99. All right, here we go. Leopard. Green, 30. Gun. Leopard. Gun. Watch it. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
All right, here we go. Gun!
They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Green 39! Green 39! Gun! Over! Gun!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now let's go! Green, watch it now, Marty!
Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. So that this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, under-throwing in there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Now they'll run it on the toss. What a spin. Finding room inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's complete to Kelce. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 27 yards there. Time. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Ellis continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop. And
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Now they got to get to the line quickly. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Looks like he'll throw here. Hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, nice move. Now the ball comes loose. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. And he'll give it here to his running back. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on second and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is third and goal. They come out here in the eye.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
And it's third down and goal from the 4. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
No, Jack, Patriot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we